All right. So we have today types of government contracts and what is available. Hello, 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 everyone. And thank you so much for tuning in to Friday Live. I'm Corona D, the founder of the $1 Trillion Secret to Government Contracts. And over the past few years, I've been helping women and minority small business owners learn how to get started with government contracting by simply implementing a proven system to help them get started with landing contracts faster. So I want to say hello, good morning to you all that are joining me. Good afternoon if you're joining on the East Coast or Central. I am delighted and elated, delighted and elated to share, to bring with you all today. I'm going to take you behind the scenes. Is that okay? Go ahead and drop, a hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're joining from Facebook, be sure to click on the StreamYard link so that gives Facebook permission to show your name. That way, I'll be able to see who you are. That's commenting, or as you're leaving comments. Hey, Trey. And if you're joining from, of course, YouTube, be sure to hit the bell notification, subscribe, so that you'll also be notified whenever we do go live to share this valuable information brought to you by Carwanity to help you guys grow your business, get some tips and some insights, right? So hello, Roblox Master. Hello, it says Facebook user. So if you want me to see your name, go ahead and remember to click on the StreamYard. There's a lot of Facebook users popping up. It says, hey, one says Chicago. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm excited to take y'all behind the scenes. So if y'all know, you may have actually seen me, because of the work that I do, because of the legacy that I'm building and all the things that I do to help small business owners. You may have seen me in quite a few publications. Anything from Star Tribune Business, NBC, ABC. They've all done feature stories on myself. Recently, a TED Talk, or TED Ed, actually not a TED Talk just yet, but that's on my list. But TED Ed, really, I just recently did a TED Ed, so I'm really excited about that. Hey, Darnell from DC. Hey, Sasha. Hey, Gloria and Sandra. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm really excited to share this with you all today. I don't normally, well, not often, very seldomly do I um, actually share my screen. But I'm actually going to take you behind the scenes. It's going to be a couple different agencies that we look at, like they're like what's available, because I know that is a big question for most small business owners who just kind of know, or maybe have heard and are just curious about, are there opportunities out there for you and for your business or whatever. So I'm going to show you some things, right? I'm not going to be able to dive into specifics or do any specific live research on your particular thing, but I'm going to show you like some of the things that are out there, so you can see like there's a vast majority of opportunities across every government agencies in the entire U.S. As you know, the U.S. government is the number one largest procurement of small business services as well as products, in the world, right? So, which means that the U.S. is spending the most money in the world on products and services, and they do buy those services from businesses, including small businesses. So, like yourself. Hey, Tim. Hi, Tim. Got the streamline. Deanna, hello from South Carolina. Hi, Kim from Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Hello. Hi, Willie Wagner. Citywide Transportation of Syracuse, New York. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For some of you, you're going to actually see some things that will pique your interest, that you will, some things that are in your industry. And again, I'm going to just do a general search, nothing in particular, because I want to take you behind the scenes just so you can see the type of opportunities that are out there. Now, when I say government contracting, like anybody can do it. There's no limit to how many contracts you can have, of course, and there's no particular service. There's no particular service or product that you can't sell to the government. In fact, I believe that of course, on base and stuff like that, they also buy, like, because I had someone ask me, well, do they buy like novelty items and stuff like that, and like, sex toys and all these things, and they do. So, because of course, military, Navy, and people being away for like 6 months and all this time, of course, so it makes sense, right? So teacher of the year, hello from Atlanta. Hi, let's see, Chandra or Sanandra. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. It's hard for me to see it. From Alabama. So anyway, so yeah, so definitely, I'm really excited. So how many of you, like, first of all, I want to know, out of all of you that are joining me today, how many of you are actually already doing business with the government? Like, if you've done business, whether as a sub or a prime, and you've gotten contracts, let me know in the chat. If not, let me know that. Just put not yet. If that's something that you aspire to do, right, and you haven't figured out how to do it yet, let me know in the chat. Hey Tamara, I sent you an inbox about a transportation contract. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I haven't been on Facebook just yet to check my messages, but I will. So not yet. So Tim says not yet. Tamika Brown says not yet. Linda, not yet from Ohio. Kim, not yet. Trey, not yet. Still bidding, but on my way, says Gloria. Not yet, but aspire to. Darnell Anthony, I just received my LLC. I'm a startup. Awesome. That is super awesome. Starting a business is one of the most smartest and strategic things that you can do, especially in this day of time. So I will say this, that everybody's not meant to be employees, although there are employees, and I do understand sometimes people have to work while they build their business out or plan to, transform or transfer into a full-time business. So this is like these type of opportunities with selling, your services to the government is a plan. Like, this is something that can help help you actually reach your goal to firing your boss and becoming full-time employed. And as an entrepreneur, there's no cap on how much money you can make. When you work for yourself, there's no limitations there. So of course, it's not always easy to let go. I remember not too long ago, I was talking to a friend who has like this janitorial services, but he also does, he has a job, and I'm like, well, why haven't you transitioned just yet? And it's the fear. That's what I find. A lot of people are fearful of stepping out on their own. But when you do that, you have to, of course, have more faith in yourself than you do in job security, because job security is really, it's an illusion in your mind, because you never know if you're going to get fired. You never know if a company is going to fold, all that stuff. So anyway, yada, yada, yada. I'm probably talking to the church, preaching to the church, and I'm pretty sure all of you are probably already full-time entrepreneurs for yourself. But I do want to encourage any of you that may be in that particular situation to have faith, step out on faith. Of course, there's some planning that's involved, but this right here can drastically change your life. So Sasha says, not yet. Okay. So I'm actually going to be taking you behind the scenes to find out the type of opportunities that are out there for government contracting, purposes or whatever. Hey, Rochelle. And there's a lot of opportunities. So the first thing, I'm not going to go to any particular state. I'm just random, right? So it's a random search through a couple, like I have 1, 2, 3. So I have about three or four bid listings open. And I'm just going to scroll through. We're going to look together. We're going to look together and just kind of dive through, starting with this particular site right here. So this is like a state agency. So as if you've been following me for a while, then of course you probably have heard me talk about different levels of government, different types of certification that opens up opportunities for different levels of government, leveraging your certifications and all those things. And so this right here, basically, this is a state agency. Of course, some of these projects on the state could also be federally funded, and sometimes you'll find federal projects that are also locally funded. So it's a lot of things that go on, within government. Not to confuse you, but here's some opportunities. So we have refuse and recycling services, right? So easily. This is actually, and I don't want you to look at like the end date or anything like that. This right here is just for research purposes, so we can just see like what type of opportunities are out there for small businesses. So this is offered by the Department of Parks and Recreation. So if you do like have a recycling program, or maybe some type of recycling service that you offer, or if you are in janitorial cleanup, that could be a part of something that you can get into to offer. As you can see, there are contracts for refuse and recycling services. So number two, so here we go. We have marketing services. So there's a lot of companies out there who do marketing, advertising, communications, that all kind of falls under the same umbrella. And sometimes you want to know, well, if the government, you think government, military, government, weapons, you're thinking construction, you're thinking all these things, and yeah, they do all that, but they also procure professional services, right? So like marketing and communications. And so as you can see, the PUC, Public Utility Commission. So like really take note of like some of the department agencies that you're looking at, or department agencies in general. Like don't pay attention to the state, because again, this is a general overview of the type of opportunities that are out there, and they're out there worldwide, right? So Public Utility Commission is an agency, and they are an agency that's all over the United States, right? So your state, your city, like all those places have a Public Utility Commission. This is one of the types of contracts you can see they procure. So HVAC, if you're doing anything with heating, what is it called? Heating, ventilation, air conditioning. After I learned that one from my spouse, because that's kind of like he did that back in the day. So now I know what HVAC stands for: heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So if you do anything with that, of course, Department of Corrections, rehab, or any agency, right? They do procure services in that. We have some fleet stuff. So anybody that's in, this is fleet operations. So it's like a roll up door. So if you're into elevating services or hoisting services or anything like that. Pest control, right? We have, what else do we have? Tree removal. So I personally knew a young man who had a business, a tree cutting service down south, millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars just removing trees. So that is a simple service, right? Tree cutting, tree removal, like all that stuff. That is like a simple service, but you can actually build a really lucrative business just doing that. So we have water delivery services, right? So just delivering water. So when you see like Alhambra trucks, or all of those trucks that deliver like water bottling services or whatever, definitely there's opportunities for small business owners, right, who can have a water delivery service, or service agencies with water. So sometimes they come through departments, like as you can see, this particular department is Department of Food and Agriculture. So now you're aware, Department of Food and Agriculture does procurement services, and it's going to most likely be in food and agriculture, right? Now we have nurturing administration services. So of course, colleges, of course, they are agencies under Department of Education. Definitely they procure services for different things. Just kind of go down here because I have like other sites that I want to look through. But heavy equipment rentals. So if you rent equipment, heavy equipment rentals, that's a good business to be in. Roof replacements, if you do any type of roofing. Department of Justice, what is this? Helicopter services. How cool is that? So look at this, Bureau of Investigation. So helicopter services for campaign against marijuana planting. That's crazy. So basically it looks like they want a helicopter to fly with a banner, basically picketing marijuana planting. So, and obviously this must be like a federal Department of Justice is probably a federal department, because marijuana, of course, is illegal on the federal level. It hasn't been legalized on every level of government just yet. But here we have helicopter services, right? So I mean, if you're an investor, and you can go and invest, or just strategically start a business providing helicopter services, there you go. Now you see there's opportunities for you to make money with your helicopter. So we have oil and gas. Of course, that's always something that you can sell to the government. We have, I want you to see some of these unique things. So archive box pickup delivery service. That's easy. Department of Social Services, they want you to pick up their archives and deliver it somewhere, right? So that's a pretty easy business. We have refusal. That's some more recycling. We have sliding door repairs, paint exterior recycled process. So you'll see a lot of things about painting, electrical services, baseball practice field project. Interesting, but that's of course it's on a college campus. But still, very interesting that you'll see these types of things that most people don't think are available. So anyway, let me see what's in the chat and I'll come back. I think I'm sharing my screen. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen in the first place. Give me a second, y'all. Am I even sharing my screen? Because I don't even know. I didn't. Wait, let me see. I wasn't even sharing my screen, huh? Okay, so I have a consultant professional service that offer program services like ISO certifications and others. Oh, cool. Hey, Lacey. All right, so I don't think I was even sharing my screen, so my bad. Let me go back to that. Share my screen. There we go. So now we're going to go so you can actually see what I was looking at. Well, I'll share this screen right here. So actually, let me do this. Let me break that off. Separate it. There we go. All right, so here we go. I'm going to share my screen so y'all get to see. So now, if you can see my screen, let me know in the chat. That's crazy. So I was sitting there just talking and running my mouth and didn't even know my screen wasn't even being shared that whole time. So anyway, here we go, y'all. So anyway, these are some of the things that I shared, like recycling. Here's the marketing one. Here's the HVAC fleet operations, like roll up door stuff. We have tree removal services, water delivery services, lead management, nurturing, admission services. So that's like on a college campus, of course. We have pesticides, opportunities for pesticide companies, real-time captioning, right? So this is with the Department of Rehabilitation. So if you do any of that type of stuff, real-time captioning, chiller maintenance, so basically refrigerator maintenance. Here we have heavy equipment rentals, roof replacement services, helicopter services. I'm so excited about just to see something like that out there because, I know a lot of people that wants to get a helicopter, not knowing, in fact, not knowing that you can actually get contracts with helicopter services. In fact, I want to say, as you know, not Lyft, but Uber, right? They're getting into, if they haven't already started, I think in certain places they may have already started their helicopter services. So now you see why, and Uber, of course, as we know, have a contract with the government as well. So they're looking at opportunities and they're actually going after those particular type of opportunities that are out there. So yeah, they're definitely getting into helicopter services, but also, if I'm not mistaken, maybe like yachts as well, something like that. So anyway, so we have, what else we have over here? Painting. We have cabling and electric services, baseball practice field. Look, wanted to lease by the state of California. So here's where real estate comes in. So there's all type of opportunities for real estate leasing, real estate purchasing, land purchasing, real estate sales. So there's always there's all types of opportunities for realtors. Because I get that question a lot. Are there anything available, or is there anything available for real estate? And there is. What is this? Structural concrete bridge removal. So if you have anything to do with like that, asphalt, and this is more like construction trade professions for that type of stuff. Packaged milk products. So here's one for the prison industry, right? Packaged milk products. So just imagine how much you can make off of providing milk. Just, you know what I mean? Like, if you can be the middle person to find a vendor that can provide milk boxes, right? And you be the distributor, then you're the middleman. Like, you didn't have to go buy cows, you didn't have to milk them, you didn't have to, go through the whatever you call it to purify the milk and all that, whatever, homogenize it and all. You didn't have to go none of that. All you have to do is identify a person that's already doing that, get the contract, and deliver the product, right? And everybody gets paid, right? The vendor gets paid, you get paid, and then the prison, they receive their product. Okay, so that's like middleman stuff. Okay, so we have captioning services, garage cleaning services. So garage cleaning, right? So if you have a janitorial company, like a maid cleaning service, anything that has to do with cleaning, here's an opportunity. Department of General Services, of course, they showed garage cleaning. I saw another one for like cleaning as well. Let's go. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. My bad. Let's go back. Yeah, because I hate when I click on it, it takes a long time for this site to kind of to think. So my hands is moving a little fast. Kind of clicked on it. All right, let that come back up. But anyway, y'all get the gist, right? You get the gist. There's a lot of opportunities. I'm gonna scroll down and skip forward just a little bit so I can get to some of these other pages. But here we go. Small business like CNC sign systems. You'll see. Look, here's another real estate opportunity. On-call title and escrow service. I saw one for like notary services recently. Marketing services again. There's another marketing. Here's fire and alarms. So you have so here's for those who sell clothes and you sell t-shirts and you maybe sell shoes. So here's uniform and shop supplies. Okay, so you can sell your clothes, maybe not yours in particular, because sometimes they have specifics that they want. They'll talk about the type of material or how thick it is, or the color, or sizes or whatever. So you have to just be custom, be flexible to customize, of course, what they're asking for. And this is for uniform and shop supplies for CAL FIRE, right? So it's going to be like more like PPE, like protected gear for firefighters. Okay, so what else we have? Custodial services. That's like cleanup, basically. Let me see. Orthopedic services. So if you're an orthopedic, like if you're a dentist, orthopedic is what? Let me think about that. Orthopedic, I think that has to do with bones, maybe. I don't know. But because I get them confused. I'm not gonna even sit here and lie. Orthodontist is teeth. Orthopedic, I think, is bones. So if you do anything with orthopedic services, we have the Department of Developmental Services here. That procures contracts, and that we have aerial surveillance flights. So if you can actually fly over and do surveillance, right? It's just flights, like to fly over and videotape or fly over and take photos or whatever. So it's aerial photography type of stuff. Infectious disease specialist. So anyway, some more pest control. So I hope this is interesting. I hope this is kind of piquing your interest and kind of give you an idea that there's a lot of opportunities out here. So here's one for fundraising consulting, right? So I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on, and really there's no limit, like just about anything. Like sometimes you'll see things on here like toothbrushes or maybe hair. Actually, I did see a hair one on here once. It was like for the Department of Corrections for women. And they were looking for a salon stylist to come in and do hair. And I think the contract was like a 2-week contract for like a couple $100,000 to just come in and beautify them, right? So that you'll see things like that on these types of things. So anyway, let's see what else is interesting on this particular site before we move on. And if you're enjoying this walkthrough of the type, this is my world. Like all day, I'm looking through opportunities, just so I can see what's out there. That's why I'm so passionate about sharing, because I'm like, I get to see like what's what's on the other side. So when small business owners come to me and they're like, I don't have any opportunities, or are there any opportunities? I'm like, absolutely, right? Of course. Yeah, there's a lot of things for trucking and fleet, definitely. So this particular website, like the website that, like, I don't want you to get caught up on the website. Every agency has a site. That one in particular is the State Department in California, right? But your state, wherever you are, they have a site just like that, right? So I don't want you to get caught up in the particular sites that I'm sharing. I just want you to see the types of opportunities, of course, that are out there. Oh, she said orthopedic is feet. There you go. So feet. Okay. So orthopedic. I like to learn how to register and bid for government contracts. All right, cool. And that's a good thing. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like there's a lot of small business out there that are trying to figure it out. I know, right? Because I see them all the time. I talk to them all the time, run into them all the time. And I was once there myself trying to figure it out. And this is something that information is everywhere. Like you can go to SBA, you can go to PTAC, you can go to all of these different places, and all you're gonna get is a bunch of information that will have your wheels spinning for years before you figure out what's not given and what's not provided is how does it work? How to pull all of that information that's everywhere into a system to streamline the process. So it's not going to take me 5 years to figure it out, right? It's going to take me like 3 months, maybe, at minimum, 3 months to understand the full complete strategy so that now I'm bidding and within 6 to 12 months, I've landed a couple $100,000 in contracting. That's what I do. That's where I come in. That's what I teach. I teach you the strategy, the how to get it done, how to streamline, how to pull all that information that's all everywhere and make it make sense. So yeah, so Joanne said yes, I'm still trying to figure it out. So Joanne, so interesting. How long have you been trying to figure it out? Oh, thank you. I was looking for you. I think you posted something on my thing before, and I was like, who was that lady that posted that? So now I know who you are. Ashanti's here. What about elderly abuse consulting? I mean, you'll find everything everywhere. Like you'll find stuff everywhere. Of course, they have homes for elderly. They have social services. They have all different types of things. So um, let me go to another site. So here's another site. This is for those of you who have DBE certifications. That is the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, which is given by the Department of Transportation, and the type of opportunities that you can get, like with your airports, your buses, your trains, and all those, anything that has to do with transportation, the transportation to agencies, right? So here's like some of the things that, of course, you'll find under transportation. Independent audit services. So if you do auditing, they have. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot again. I keep forgetting to share my screen. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna share my screen. I just be so excited to share this information with y'all. I forgot to share my screen again. All right, so y'all gotta forgive me. So here we go. All right, sharing my screen. All right, so here we have independent audit services. We have bonding, underwriting. So bonding underwriting is a big one because guess what? Most like high risk industries like construction, electrical, plumbing, anything that has those types of risk, maybe even HVAC, those type of companies, they have to have bonding, right? So if you're an insurance agent or some type of agent that can provide bonding, of course, they have contracts for you all day, like in that. Like you can just specialize in bonding, bonding. And basically bonding is just basically covering that business with a certain amount of insurance or liability or whatever, saying if they mess it up, this company, basically is vouching for them and will pay that or whatever, something like that. I'm not an expert in bonding, but that's just what I gather. So they have like cable replacement, fiber lines, right? So you can just be a cable provider, just providing fiber, and make a lot of money. So we have construction management services. This is a big one, and I see more and more women getting involved in managing construction projects, right? So there's a lot of opportunities. I see that all the time. There's a lot of course, opportunities. And here's the reason why I always say, whatever certification type you qualify for, you want to have them all. Because this one right here, construction management services, basically they take minority, woman, business, enterprise. So if you're a minority certified business and you're a woman minority certified business as well, then basically you qualify across board. You can have one, you can have both, you can have them all. But the more you have, like the more opportunities open up for you. So let's just say all you have is your small business with saying, which a lot of times I see that I'm like, you don't even know what you're missing. Like, I know what you're missing. I know you're missing this and that. I know that you're limiting yourself from these opportunities. I know you don't understand the stress, the system, the strategy, how it works. Because this is what I know. Like, this is what I'm passionate about. This is actually not only what I teach, but it's what I do. So I know. And so this is why, like, they have projects for DVE. So if you're just an SB and you want to go after this particular opportunity, this procurement portable traction thing, and it says this is for a DVE, but all you have is that, then you can't even look at that, right? You can, but you can't, right? You can, but this is what gives you your leverage. So that's always talk about leverage, okay? So anyway, we have, I'm just going to move down the line. Legislative advocacy services, earth and materials, that's like dirt, that type of stuff. Pickup trucks. So for the lady, I can't see your name right now because I'm looking at this screen, but if that was asking about trucking, fleet, transportation, anything with that type of stuff, pickup trucks, cargo vans, SUVs, like definitely. If you're in the trucking, car, even if you do rental cars, like all that stuff, Department of Transportation have opportunities for you. There's a lot of agencies that have opportunities for you, but here you can see clearly there's opportunities for you. So we have design build. So anyone that does like architecture, engineering, anything that do with designing buildings or whatever, there's opportunities here. Detailed station cleaning services. So that's for janitorials, cleaning companies. Design build is another design build. Here's a construction period property management service. So I actually have a colleague inside of my networking group that does property management. So this is the first time I've actually seen property management, maybe because I've never really looked for anything like that before. But property management, you can get a contract with the government. So I need to tell him that. So we have train control modernization. So if you design controls for operating trains and stuff like that, there you go. Temporary help services. This is for those staffing agencies that can provide temporary help, right? So staffing agencies, this is a professional or technical service contract. Market Street. So this canopies. So basically, they're looking for people who provide canopies, those little things that go over your stores. We have platform elevators. So anybody in that. So here's pressure washing, right? So this is where pressure washing, station plaza, parking structure, stairwells. So this is basically for janitorial cleaning companies that maybe have a pressure washing component to their business as well. So, and this like looking at stuff like this also gives you an idea of other things that you can add to your business. So just like I looked at that. If you're in janitorial, and all you do is like clean and that's it. This actually helps you to build out specialty packages. Like what type of cleaning? Maybe there's power washing. Maybe there's construction cleanup. Maybe there's office cleanup or move in, move out ready cleanup. Like you have to specialize in these things. And that's where your capability statement comes in, because it kind of builds out and shows and basically advertises your specialty services that you provide. So we have, what else we have? I'm gonna go down the street a little bit longer. Let me see. Graffiti removal services. So that's easy. I mean, even a cleaning company, an individual, anybody can get a graffiti removing a contract. You just painting over it, or maybe there's some type of disappearing paint or to make the graffiti disappear. I don't really know, but here we even have BART advertising franchise opportunity. So here's like an advertising opportunity that's for advertisers with the Department of Transportation. Now, remember, we're looking through Department of Transportation, and you see a variety of different types of things that they actually procure. Here's another bond writing, liability claims adjustment. So this is for those who are in insurance. So if you are an insurance service provider, then of course this makes sense for you. Consulting services for enterprise resource planning. We have another detailed cleaning. So it's a lot of cleaning, a lot of trucking, graffiti removal, power washing, cars. It's a lot of different type of opportunities that are out there. Is this helpful? So Kim says she has a cleaning company with a component of crime scene. What? Girl, shut up. Now that right there is very strategic. It's a real specialty service, and I know you got to be doing business like with your local police stations, the federal police, the coroners. Let me know. Are you already getting contracts in that? If not, you need to get yourself in position so you can get some of those contracts, because that's a specialty service, and that's you don't hear companies coming from that particular perspective at all. So like, you created a lane for yourself. That's the type of stuff I love to hear. Let me see. Somebody says, I need my husband to get his own tractor trailer. Need that money. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I know you do the staffing agency. So you see that there's opportunities out there. It's just a matter of understanding how to position yourself to go after those opportunities, and having those certifications is definitely, of course, going to be key. But also what's even more key is understanding how it works and knowing how to implement the process, right? So Joanne says, startup November, website. Oh, you started in your business in December. You got your website done, and Brad Sam's completed, and certifications. But now I'm in a forest. What do I do next? And that's the funny part, because like a lot of times, I mean, it's not funny, but it is, because it's just like, now I'm glad that you've gone through that, so that you can understand that this thing is so much information. You don't know what the steps are. You don't know how. There's no, and you've probably been through PTAC, SBA, you've probably been through all of those agencies, but nobody's going to give you that information. So, but I do, right? This is what I do. So at the end, I'm actually going to drop my link, and I think you are highly qualified as a person that we would love to work with, because those are the type of people who's gone through it. They tried it on their own, and we can help you get to the other side, right? We can help you get to the money. Those are the type of people that I absolutely love to work with. How long do you have to be in business before landing contracts? There's no limitations to that. Um, there's really no limitations to how long you can be in business. Sometimes locally, though, because like if you're a local city business, like certified business with the city, sometimes they require you to either have been in the, basically in that city for like 6 months to a year, right? That's just locally, but that doesn't mean it's like that on the state or federal level, because you can still get state and federal, and sometimes state and federal contracts are also on the local level as well, if that makes sense to you. And so yeah, so there's no limit, but sometimes your city has their own regulations, because if you're city certified and they have contracts set aside for that city, they don't want a business coming from a whole nother state, getting a business license just to go after that contract. So they want you to definitely at least be there, for like 6 months to a year or whatever in that location. Yeah. So Linda says, yeah, understanding the strategy. Let me see. Bingo. Somebody said bingo. Get access to our case study. Oh yeah, so Stacia, yeah, I'm gonna drop that. So we do have a case study here. It's at the $1,000,000governmentcontracts.com. You can check out some information. You can also schedule a call to speak with my team about how we can work together and how we can help you get over to the next side. So Joanne said, yes, I'm not lazy, homework complete. You did that though. I got to give it to you, because if you've gotten that far by yourself, that's good. And because it takes a lot of work, and it could be frustrating. I know people that can't even get past the application process. It's too much for them, right? So if you can't get past the application process and it's too much for you, just imagine when you have to do invoicing and you have to provide those bids, to the government. Like, you really have to have everything in order. But it's a good thing. Like, so it's kind of a bittersweet thing, because it forces you to become a CEO. So you really have to know your business. You have to know what your expertise in, what you're what you're good at, and how you're going to price it and all that stuff, how you're going to make money. You have to know your positioning and your leveraging. There's a lot to know as a business. And so when you're trying to get into the $1 million, $1 billion game, you just have to step up and just step your game all the way up. It forces you there, right? So not everybody is ready to step their game up to that level, right? Because those type of opportunities are only for those who are willing to do the hard work to make it happen. Okay. So somebody says, I'm registered with Sam, self-certified with a women-owned business, need help with the steps. So here we go. So I dropped the thing right there. The thing. The link right there is $1,000,000governmentcontracts.com. So check it out, schedule a call. We can help you with all the steps, right? So you don't have to try to do any guesswork. So you have, so Darnell, was it Darnell? Kind of disappeared. Kind of disappeared. Just reading some of the comments here. Oh, Ty says I'm on my last certification, DBE virtual site visit next week. Oh, good. That's great, Ty. Awesome. Congratulations. That's super awesome. So you have a class I would like to join. Yes, Darnell, we do have a class. So it's actually a coaching program. So it's more than a class. It's like, get it done. This is what we do in this program. Like, you get everything, like all the knowledge and information that I have, I pour that into you in simple steps so that you can know exactly everything to do. TJ says, Kawana has us. She has the knowledge. Thank you. All right, so I have some more sites, y'all. I'm gonna share with y'all. I have like let me see how many. 1, 2. Yeah, I have 2 more. So I have 2 more sites. And again, this is just for example purposes, just so you can just kind of get an idea of the type of opportunities that are out there for small businesses. So let me share my screen again. Pull that out. So this particular site, okay, so this is more for like those community-based organizations, like businesses that serves communities. So this is more for that. So the Office of Economic Workforce Development, they have those type of offices in every city. They're more geared towards building local businesses, building up communities. Right now, they have a lot of opportunities for basically being a resource for people who lost their jobs during COVID. Like there's a lot of opportunities and things that, you know, they're doing in your local city. And they're looking for, of course, contractors to help roll out those types of services. So here we have consulting services for economic and workforce development projects. So these are like consultants, technical assistance for commercial corridor improvement grants. So they're looking for a consultant to assist with that. Commercial corridors are like local businesses along like downtown areas, like local businesses along corridors, like in a particular neighborhood. So here we have neighborhood economic development grants. So again, they're all about neighborhoods, businesses, community. So this is like more for community-based type businesses. And this is why there are opportunities sometimes for nonprofits, although nonprofits they can't be federally certified or state certified. There's local, like with your city, there's local certifications for nonprofits to, of course, handle some of these types of services. So consulting services for economic workforce development project. So anyway, so you know the OEWD stands for Office of Economic Workforce Development. They also do a lot of grants for small businesses. And so if I click on one of these, it'll give you some little bit of information about what it's about. So basically, this is like they're looking to invest $6 million in funding to support Black communities. Isn't that something? Like that's why it pays to be Black. It pays to be Black, and it pays to have your minority certification, right? It pays for that. So that's a lot of money that they're looking to support, but they're also looking to invest more than $28 million in essential workforce services. So to just basically develop the workforce and make sure people have employment and all that different type of stuff. And they're looking for a contractor, like consultants and outside contractors, to help implement these type of services. So as you can see, the government is not broke. There's money, right? There's money being spent around us. You definitely just want to learn how to get yourself in the way of that spending so you could be right in the middle of what's happening. Even if you just capture a couple 100,000 or whatever, you definitely want to try to get something out of what's being spent around you. So here's another one. They're looking for it's a RFP for grants to support a variety of key economic development activities from its invest in neighborhoods. So this is some more investing in neighborhoods type of stuff for clean and safe outdoor public spaces, hard hit neighborhoods like urban communities, of course, hoods, projects and all that stuff, commercial corridors and business sectors, technical real estate and legal support services for small business. So they actually hire real estate people, legal support, like people who will provide like legal consultations, but also technical support to help small businesses. So if you're a small business looking for how to get a lease, right? So they connect you with realtors that they pay, right? That can help you find your business lease. So just a lot of different opportunities. So resources to support marketing and customer attraction. So basically they help small businesses learn how to grow their business with marketing and how to attract customers and stuff like that. So and this is an actual contract. They're going to be hiring a small business person to implement these type of services within the community. So that is another. I'm going to share this last screen with you all. Let's see. Twice that. Okay, so here we go. And this is another site. This basically solicitations. So this is Atlanta. So this is like the city of Atlanta. This is their portal. So as you can see, I looked at some stuff in California. I looked at some stuff in the state, the city. This is like Atlanta. It doesn't matter, right? There's opportunities everywhere on every level across every agency. So there's so many sites. If you definitely are looking to see if there's something specific that you want, schedule a call with us because we can't just do research for you live. Of course, that takes a while, but schedule a call with us to see how we can help you get started. It's more than just seeing opportunities. What are you going to do with the opportunity that you see? Are you going to get in position, or are you just going to say, oh, that's cool, right? Some people do that. Oh, that's cool. A lot of information, but you do nothing, right? Or years go by and you still haven't done anything to take action to invest in yourself, to invest in your business, right? So, and sometimes that's true for some people. But some people see the opportunity and they're like, I want to be I want to get a piece of that pie, and they take action. Those are the ones that we like to work with, the ones that are seeing opportunity and are ready to take action to grow their business. So they have a Atlanta local food program. I don't know what that is, but green infrastructure and landscape. So if you do anything with landscape and building infrastructure out of like green stuff, green products or whatever, they have a contract for that. The rental or purchase of heavy equipment. So of course, here's another one. Here's another time that you see heavy equipment like rental. Vehicle washing and detail servicing. So for those of you, like when you see people in your neighborhood that are like hand washing cars in front of people's houses, and you see that they have a good skill, right? You can speak life into them to start an actual business, because they can get all the fleet of all the city cars, all the fleet of the state vehicles, all the fleet of like the police cars and ambulatory, and really, really, really have a thriving business, right? Because sometimes doing this individually, one by one and stuff like that, it could hold you back. But then sometimes there's reasons for that people do that because they want to get paid under the table. But this right here will change your life. It will. So if you could speak life into someone, a young man or somebody who washed vehicles, and this is like their passion, what they do, let them know you can start a business and get a contract detailing the city vehicles. So that, and you can see it right here, vehicle washing and detailing. Okay. Who we have planning services, design. This is more engineering, taxi bypass. What other type of stuff we have on here? More food stuff, aircraft fire trainer. Sometimes you'll see things on here like CPR services as well. Water utility, customer satisfaction study. So that this is like for those who do testing. So environmental businesses that test environmental things. That's the type of opportunity that is out there for you. So on-call debris removal services. So for like those janitorial cleanups, those construction cleanups, those janitorial services in general, that's another specialty services that you can add to your business. On-call debris removal, right? So as you can see, there's opportunities there, and it's on there a lot of times. Another and also is vehicle washing and detailing is on there a lot of times. Let's see what else we have. Insurance brokerage and consulting service. So if you sell insurance, of course, you'll see a lot of things. Specific operations training program, ATL customer experience program. So if you know someone who's good at doing trainings for customer service trainings, or I don't know what that's called, but definitely, as you can see, there's contracting opportunities for that particular type of expertise. And all it is knowledge that you're sharing, right? You don't have to have no equipment. There's no overhead. You just show up and share your information of how to give the best customer service experience. That's it. Debris removal, design, construction. So we have stabilization and wildlife deterrent, industrial cleaning solutions, and janitorial supplies. So supplies, right? Here's the terminal shuttle services. So for those who are into transportation, maybe a specialty type of transportation could be a shuttling services. And so here we have it from the airport. So as you can see, those shuttles that get you back and forth from the airport, they're contracted by the federal government. They're contracted with the city, and the city, anything that has to do with airport is federal. So the city and the federal government, of course, this is who you're doing business with. All right, so I'm almost done here. On-call engineering services, managing general contractors. I'm just skipping down here, but I mean, you can Google some of this stuff. You can just look up your state bidding or state procurement or whatever for whatever state or city you're in. Enterprise goods and services, sewer washing, cascade, complete streets. So I just be curious about the different types of things that are out there. So that's why I'm like, oh, here's some things. Sports awards. So sports awards. So here's citywide security services. So imagine being a small business that have a security guard card, and it's your business, right? Imagine getting a contract for your entire city. That's millions. That's million. Just that one contract could be multiple millions, because you're citywide, right? As you can see, citywide security services, right? So look at that opportunity if that's something that you do. We have that is huge. And sometimes I see this stuff and I'm like, oh, I need to just start up another business. But I know I don't have the time or capacity, so I just do what I do. I stay in my own lane. But the opportunities are out there. So that's why I share it, because I can't do everything. I can't do all this stuff, but there's so many of you who are so talented and skilled, and this is what you do. These are opportunities. So I'm opening up opportunities to show you, like, this is what you can do, and you can do it on a major level and really be making a lot of money in your business. So here's safety equipment. Safety equipment could be anything from safety glasses, PPE gear, hard hats, even masks, like all of that stuff kind of falls under safety equipment, harnesses, like all that. So if you just apparel, right? If you're selling apparel and uniforms, here's another type of something you can specialize in selling. Citation books. So when they give those tickets out, you can be the one to have the contracts that sell the books, to actually sell the stationery, so the ticketing people can take tickets and stuff like that. So isn't that cool? So anyway, I am just about to wrap up, but I wanted y'all to see. So this is very interesting. So as you can see, there's a lot of different types of opportunities out there. I'm looking at Atlanta's, the city of Atlanta's procurement bidding site. That is what I was just looking at. So stop sharing. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, so Joanne. So Joanne said she scheduled a call. Yes. I think Stacia said we have like only 3 spots left in our program. So definitely schedule your call to get with us, because as you can see, like, this is something that I do nationally, all over the United States. Government contracting is a system that works anywhere, right? And so I love to teach this, and that is what I do. I teach it nationally. And our spots get filled really quickly. It's on demand, right? It gets filled really quickly. It's in demand. Okay, highly in demand. Indeed, I'm Black and I'm proud. I had a call last Monday with Elizabeth. Oh, cool. Um, most grants I found are nonprofit. So yeah, so tomorrow, so tomorrow you'll find a lot of grants for nonprofits, of course, because they're not for profit. Sometimes you'll find contracting opportunities on the local level, but mostly nonprofits is basically it's a nonprofit, so it's going to be more, getting free money to run your program, which is hard. So I've seen nonprofits also have what's called a social enterprise that is for profit, a for profitable part to their nonprofit, because you have to run a nonprofit just like a business, because guess what, you got to pay yourself, you got to pay your staff, you got to run operations, whatever it is your nonprofit does, like whoever it is that you service, you got to have the capacity or the manpower to provide that service. And so a nonprofit is just running another business. The only difference is it's the same exact as running a for-profit business. The only difference is there's tax benefits. You don't have to pay taxes. That's the only difference. You still got to run it exactly like a business. Excuse me. All right, so that's pretty much it. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the chat if it's been helpful for you to just, take a walk down the street with me through these sites to see the types of opportunities, the types of government contracts that are available everywhere, right? And I didn't show you everything because there's like, of course, this things from batteries, to socks, to toothbrush. I mean, there's so many, it's so much out there, right? So ideally, this to kind of give you an idea that almost just about anybody can get a contract with the government. You just got to know how. And that's the important part, understanding how it all works. That's the part. That's the part that most small business owners miss. And so that's the part where we come in. That's why we came in, and we come in to show you exactly how to get a piece of the pie, how it all works. You can check us out at $1,000,000governmentcontracts.com. We will be more than excited to work with you. Definitely. But as you can see, there's a lot of people, of course, like Joanne, who has done it on their own, and it's a process, and you could be stuck as well. But sometimes it could take you just a little bit longer, a few years or a couple years or whatever, to figure it out. Anybody can eventually figure it out. But for those who may want, to get there faster, get the faster results, you don't have 5 to 10 years to try to figure something out. This is kind of where we come in. We help you get there faster. So $1,000,000governmentcontracts.com. Go ahead and schedule your call with my team. Thank you, Coco. Thank you. Great information. My sister, blessings. Thank you so much. All right. So if you're discussing grants, thank you for tomorrow. Thank you for everything tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, I will. You guys have a wonderful weekend. What's going on tomorrow? Nothing. But next Friday, next Friday, I'll see you. I'll be back same time on the Friday Live, and I'll have even more valuable information that I'm going to be sharing with you all. All right. So until next time, you can always check out the replays. Of course, join our group for those who are on YouTube. If you're not already inside our Facebook group, it's the Government Contracts for Women and Minority Businesses. Check it out. There's a lot of valuable information. There's a lot of amazing people in the community who, of course, share their milestones, share what they went through, share things that they've learned along the way. It's very helpful. So it's an amazing community of brain share, an amazing community overall. So anyway, I am Karwana D, your GovCon strategist, and I will check you next time. You guys have a wonderful weekend. All right, bye-bye.